This is Jason from Laundry List, and I just came from the gym. It's pretty early in the morning, and I'm excited to speak with our next guest, who's a customer doing his laundry. He's not from the United States. But before we do, I learned a new term, smash the thumbs up. I think that's what it is. Is it smash it, smash the like button, smash the thumbs up? But you don't even have to watch the video before you do it. You're gonna forget, so you might as well do it now and subscribe to this channel. Let's meet our next guest. When I came in, there was this nice gentleman named Success. I mean, how can I not record a gentleman named Success? Great name. What are you doing in Northampton, Massachusetts, besides laundry in this laundromat?
Okay, I'm originally from Nigeria, which is in West Africa. So I'm here in the US for my PhD. I'm in chemical engineering.
This is not only a great name, smart guy. He's got and the looks. Look at this guy. So I wanted to ask you, typically you don't see laundromats as they exist in the United States in foreign countries.
Right.
And it's sort of like an interesting concept for people. So what do you think of laundromats in the United States?
I think it's kind of a foreign concept to us. We don't usually have laundromats in local areas.
Right, they tend to be in like the big cities.
Yeah.
And so if you don't have laundromats in like a smaller rural area,
Yeah.
are you from a rural area? Or?
Yeah, I'm from.
So how do you do your laundry if you don't have a machine in your house?
Yeah, it becomes a little bit tricky and a little bit stressful because we tend to use the traditional manual way of using our hands and washing. So
All right.
It can be very, very time consuming and stressful at the same time.
Tell us what you think of passive income and how would you define passive income?
Yeah, for me personally, I would say passive income is like more or less like an alternative income source that people don't generally consider to be the 9-to-5 jobs kind of thing. Just like
Quite right.
an hustle by the side, just like an hustle by the side.
Right.
So
an expression you might have heard before.
Yeah.
Some people refer to passive income as a side hustle.
side hustle, exactly.
So give me an idea of passive income businesses in Nigeria.
Okay, I think the car wash business.
Yep. YouTubing, just like this.
Exactly.
We are about to receive passive income from being famous on YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do I have to share it with you?
That's fine.
Of course that's fine. So when you are a doctor of chemical engineering, do you think you can figure out a passive income to use with that degree?
Yeah, I want to start up a soap making industry.
Soap making. Well, manufacturing, I think, is an excellent form of, it's hard to define it as passive income, but you have machines generating your revenue once you create your concept and, and all of that and your prototypes. And similar to a washing machine.
Yes.
These machines are generating, my revenue for passive income.
Exactly.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So what kind of soap do you think?
The liquid soap, because you can use it for your dishes, you can use it for for your clothes and stuff like that.
Right. So liquid soap is one idea. Great.
Even the bar soap.
But they do have liquid soap.
Yeah.
So what would be different about your soap?
The chemistry definitely will be different.
So like more friendly for the environment,
more friendly,
more bubbles,
recyclable bubbles and stuff like that. Yeah, we need to also consider the environment. Even the waste out of it, we should do like more waste management. It should be less.
Right. So
generation.
for waste management,
Yeah.
Excellent. How would you start that business? Doesn't it take funding and capital?
Yeah, it takes funding, but some of the raw materials are stuff you can easily just get from the store.
And build a prototype.
Caustic.
So when you graduate, what's your dream scenario? Like your dream job? You're now the doctor, you got your PhD. What would you like to do if you could have any pick of the jobs?
Yeah, firstly, I have my passive income idea in my mind.
Oh, so now you're already thinking of that passive income.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, definitely. It's something
He's a Gen Zer, that's why.
Yeah. It's something that I've always been in my mind, right from even my undergrad. I always want to go into passive
Would you say that most people of your age, I'd say mid-20s-ish, are always thinking about passive income?
Yes, I think so.
And do you talk about this with your friends?
Yeah, I think it's something peculiar to our generation.
Do you know, when I was your age, I never thought about it. Ever. And I think that this is an interesting change in the US
Yes.
economy, generations. Passive income is like a pretty popular thing.
Especially with this internet, the advances in the internet. You know, we have some apps like the TikTok,
Right.
YouTube, stuff like that.
YouTube
Popular.
again, here we
Exactly.
go. And this will be Instagram as well.
Instagram, you
Right.
know.
And they're basically educating people on how
Yes,
to establish
yeah.
passive income.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Laundromat so much as passive income. I just thought of it as a business opportunity because I've
Yeah.
owned a lot of different businesses. And this one, quite honestly, I could walk to from my house and I thought, oh, that's great. That's cool. That's a business that I could generate. Yes, I knew it would be passive income,
Yeah.
but I didn't really think of it as, wow, I just want to get into passive income business for the sake of getting into passive income business.
Sure.
And it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
So, but it's interesting that you and your friends and colleagues are all thinking about passive income in your 20s, which is a brilliant move.
Very brilliant.
So as someone that's been an entrepreneur my whole life, do you have any questions for me about how I can set myself up in the future for passive income?
Like, how do you, tend to start off this passive income or this side hustle businesses?
Right. So how do you? So you're asking, how do you go from zero
Exactly.
to setting yourself up with passive income when you don't have any income right now? So my advice to any young person out there is, don't be discouraged of not pursuing your dream or starting your company in whatever form it may take. But I think it's really important to build a little bit of a cushion, financial cushion, so that you have enough money saved to see yourself through for 6 months or a year. Because if you always feel that financial stress, it's going to distract you from pursuing your dream passive income job. So you've got to work whatever remedial job or anything you can to build and save an income. Because once you have a little bit of a cushion, then you can begin to have some flexibility and freedom with the choices and decisions you make. For example, when I first started a company, I was 25 years old. I started with 500 US dollars, but I had a good amount of savings to the tune of probably $20,000 before that time, and that helped sustain me through the first year or two. Because what happens is, you're going to feel such financial pressure that it's going to distract you from pursuing your full-time job as an entrepreneur. And with that kind of financial pressure, I mean, how are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to eat? You've got to have some kind of cushion that takes the pressure off. Maybe it's you save $10,000. Maybe you save $20,000. Maybe you do a job for a year or two that's not your dream job. Who cares? You're going to create your own dream job. You can raise capital, which is sometimes an easier route, but when you raise capital, you're giving up pieces of your idea because you're giving equity to whoever's investing in your potential company.
Okay, second question I also have is, what's your thoughts about business partners?
So you want to know, what do I think about business partners, and that can help with financial cushion?
Yes.
So it's interesting that you asked that, because the very first business I ever started, I had 2 business partners. Each invested a little bit of money, but more importantly, we each brought 3 different types of so-called expertise. I was more about finance. One of my business partners was very good at operations, and the other one was phenomenal at marketing and sales. So we each had our strengths. And the other thing I liked about having 3, if 2 of us didn't agree, the third person can help be a little bit of a vote breaker, because we always ruled majority. Yeah. And it was a great structure for us. And I think that it's a great way for anyone that is thinking about starting a business, but you have to trust your business partners, and you have to really figure out ways to communicate with them. Because there's going to be so many instances, and not just with business partners, and then your business partners end up having boyfriends or girlfriends, and then there's their influence on your business. Yeah. So you really want to be careful with who you decide to go into business with, but partnerships worked out really well for me, and I'm happy to report I'm still good friends with both of my business partners 30 years later. Yeah. And how long has it been since you've been back home to see your family?
Since I left August 2022, so I've not been back since then.
Wow.
Since then,
so I assume you miss everybody and they miss you?
Yeah, family.
But FaceTime and technology help.
It helps a lot, yeah. A lot of stress on the clothes. Yeah.
So because it's like close to the holidays, and it's cold in December, there's no way your body has adjusted to the New England weathers.
So sometimes I still forget to put on my winter jacket. I just come out of the house and thinking it's the typical Nigerian and African weather. But immediately I just step out of the door and hit the cold. It's a different.
Right. Well, I'm guessing that when you forget to put your coat on, it doesn't take long for you to get a quick reminder that you need your coat. And what do you think of snow?
The first time I saw it was in the fall of 2022. That was the first winter at the year.
So you've been here. You're in your third year of PhD.
Yeah,
Okay.
third year of PhD. So it was a whole different experience altogether. Seeing the snow fall from the sky. It was like we normally see that in movies when we watch American movies back home. So we're like fascinated about the whole stuff. But seeing it live, it was like more or less like a dream come true, something like that.
Sort of like this laundromat, a dream come true. Well, this podcast is called Laundry List.
Wow.
And there's two questions I'm going to ask.
Okay.
First, laundry list typically means something you have to do. So I want to know one item that you just have to do that's on your laundry list. And then I want to know an item that you want to do that you could put on your laundry list if it's anything in the world. So first, what's something that you have to do that's on your laundry list?
Being a PhD program, the first thing on our mind is always making progress with our PhD research.
All right, so you want to make progress with your PhD.
Yeah.
That's like a necessity for you at this point.
Yeah.
So what is something that if you could put on your laundry list, like you want to like do it? That's the thing you want to do.
Establish a business.
Establish a business.
Yeah.
And then you would end up creating that passive income.
Yes.
And then riding Easy Street for the rest of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Might I suggest maybe a winter coat?
Yeah, doing
A winter coat, because this isn't going to cut it in that 20-degree weather out there.
Yeah, true.
Well, success. This is Laundry List,
Okay.
the best place for brainwashing.